So I was just roaming the internet, not picking mid for once, when I saw this. How could anyone ever hate this creature? Showing a picture of Paimon. Oh boy, this could only go well. Yeah, you could imagine the shitstorm that awaits us. Baits? Oh, fish. Yeah. Is that another Paimon? No, this is emergency food. Stop with the fucking emergency food jokes. Going on for 3 fucking years, bro. Stop it. Why do people still continue repeating that shit? Anyways, if you've ever fished, you know what this is all about. I won't dislike Paimon, but I'll dislike MiHoYo for making Paimon that way. Annoying talking fish. I want a boss fight with her, just so I can beat her ass. Yeah, honestly, they could have made Paimon a lot more bearable, to say the least. I'm pretty sure they intentionally made her that way. I know some anime like having annoying ass mascots, but like, it would not work if you also have a mute main character, because it feels like the main character is now Paimon. There's a line between a cute tour guide and a noisy kid. Apparently, she's kinda like the latter. Well, I mean, at the start she was kinda cute, when she wasn't a piece of shit. Paimon in Mondstadt and Leeway, I shall give you knowledge about the world, its marvels, and its news. I'm a mentor of knowledge, and in my limited shape, I shall still be a useful and unstoppable companion. I mean, I don't really think she helped us even in Mondstadt and Leeway. I guess she told us some stuff about like the archons and the statues of the Seven. I don't think she did jack. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Paimon in Inazuma and after. Me is Paimon. Me is revolution. Me is want food and world conquer. She also just seems to get dumber with each update. She's supposed to be a guide, but constantly just asks questions repeatedly. The whole fucking plot always gets summarized again for Paimon, because they use Paimon as a way to explain the story to the players. I genuinely think MiHoYo thinks the players are stupid. Lamau. That is genuinely a lot of people's complaints about Paimon. Hoyoverse literally treats us like kids. That's honestly why a lot of people probably don't give a fuck about the dialogue, because it's so bloated by her. So let's say Kaya says like, we need to go to the dungeon to destroy the abyss. And then Paimon repeats that, saying, oh, so you mean we need to go to the abyss and kill all the abyss mages? Oh. Paimon literally adds jack to the storytelling. Quote unquote guide. I hated Paimon from the start, but her character and voice acting have got quite a bit better in recent patches. What the hell is this guy on about? Her voice isn't as squeaky and you can actually tell emotion in her delivery now. Bro, are you actually on some drugs? I think you're acclimating. Stockholm syndrome. What the fuck? Like, everyone says the opposite. Everyone liked Paimon. I mean, most people probably liked Paimon at the start, especially because her voice wasn't so high-pitched and annoying, screaming into your fucking ears. But like, I don't even know what. Let's move on. I love how split people are about Paimon. You either love her to death or hate Paimon to death. Literally no in between. I love her, but sometimes her dialogue forces me to remind myself that she is indeed a floating baby. Guys, she is not a floating baby. Are you still blind to the fact that she will betray us at the end of the game, that she will reveal herself to be the unknown god that banished us to Tevat? Wait until you go fishing. Is it another Paimon? Yes, Paimon, this stupid ass fish is another you. Oh man, that catch PTSD is kicking in. Fishing up a robot fish from Fontaine, Paimon's stomach is rumbling already. At this point, I might just make you eat one. Holy shit, man. Who in the actual fuck thought that giving her I count two voice lines would be a good way to make her do something? Like, why, bro? It was so annoying catching all those fucking fish with her screaming into our ear, saying the same shit over and over again. Is it another Paimon? Yeah. Fuck you. Fuck that little fairy, man. High-pitched voice, acting like a child, almost always dumb, mocking and making fun of people who are 1,000 times better person than her, referring to herself in third person. Do I need to continue? Not to mention she's going to render me half deaf and give me carpal tunnel from how much I have to click through her useless dialogue. Oh my. Paimon gets it now. Mad eye roll every time she starts a sentence like that. Bro. I can think of like one time it was funny she started making fun of other people, and that was probably I don't even remember. Maybe wow. I just thought of Venti making fun of her, but that's Venti, that's not Paimon. I thought Paimon made the scene funny for once, but like I don't think she did. She's literally just bro. The talking in third person is what did it for me. It's such an annoying trope, and combined with the trope of referring to a character who is present by name, it always reminds me that the people translating this game either don't talk to anyone who actually speaks English or are just weirdly obsessed with preserving Asian language speech patterns. But like here's the thing, who in the fuck calls themselves in third person anywhere in the world, bro? That's not an Asian thing, it's just a weirdo mihoyo thing. I heard she doesn't speak in third person in CN, and if that's true, what's up with the English localizers? It's literally just EN? Japan and Korea, Paimon also talk like someone who wasn't dropped on their head repeatedly. Holy shit, bro. We actually deliberately have the worst version of Paimon possible, and that's crazy to think about. And then there's this guy commenting that it's more nuanced than that, saying that some things are just translated, saying she uses certain cutesy honorifics for herself in other languages, and then she compares it to like the way Naruto says believe it in English dub, but like why even do it in the first place, you know? Just leave it out, bro. I'd love Paimon so much if she never spoke a word again and let the main character actually play the main character for once. Paimon's behavior in Farina's story quest solidified my very much negative opinion of her. Oh boy, she was fucking insufferable in Inazuma. I've tried every language, and she makes my tinnitus act up in every single one. Hoyo is beyond stupid for thinking anyone wants to listen to a squeaky door hinge for hundreds of hours. That's a pretty good one. Holy shit, bro. Yeah, like, the way she disrespected Farina in the story quest was fucking obnoxious. Anyone who played that must have hated her, bro. Like, it doesn't matter if you love Genshin or not, that she's genuinely fucking trash.
Ah, there it is. You don't know how to cook.
And you don't know shit besides talk out of your ass all the time. Name one thing she does to seriously impact the story after the first 5 minutes of the game. Oh wait, Paimon is a great character conceptually. She's a mysterious floating companion with unclear design similarities to the unknown god, who also functions as the traveling merchant. Wait, traveling merchant? He probably means guide. That's baller as hell, but in practice she just repeats old running gags that stopped being funny years ago. Her main purpose at this point is just to dumb down every situation and repeat what's happening like she's recapping the story to a child. She was just kinda annoying at first, but now she is genuinely making the story worse by forcing herself into otherwise serious situations. I wanna like Paimon, I really do, but when you make a character clash with the tone of the story and then insert her into every goddamn scene, it gets a bit draining. And honestly, this is probably another big reason people hate her. She does jack, and I'm pretty sure she's just gonna transform into the unknown god at the end. But her existence before that will just affect the traveler's emotions because he got betrayed like a little bitch. And he's gonna be surprised, but like no one else is gonna be surprised other than the people that thought Paimon was a good character. Because she's the opposite of that unknown god, who was all serious, who barely spoke. Then we have Paimon, who's never serious, who never shuts the hell up. So it becomes even more obvious that there's some shit going on in the background. If I could sell her for 0 moa and a cabbage, I would have done that. I'd gladly pay to get rid of her. Bro, imagine, he already said it. If MiHoYo charged $5 to give us some small crystals and remove Paimon, I'd buy 1 every month along with my Vulcan. Holy shit, just imagine if they actually did that. Imagine if they became self-aware and added a $5 remove Paimon button for $5 every month. Holy shit, that would get them like a lot of backlash. That would be worse than the 3 wishes shit, because that would mean that they know Paimon is a shit character, and it would confirm that they're doing it on purpose. I believe many of us have outgrown her attitude by now. In the beginning, I thought she was funny and adorable, but after almost 3 years of her overbearing personality towards you and other characters, you get tired of it. She's the type of character I wouldn't mind in sporadic bursts every once in a while, not a main character that we're stuck with 24/7. I hate to compare games, but one of the reasons I'm enjoying Hanshin Starbucks' story is that there isn't a Paimon-esque character. You're the trailblazer who's able to maintain a fresh dynamic between themselves and the Astral Express, and they're allowed to freely express themselves with their own thoughts that we actually get to hear voiced, unlike Traveler who needs Paimon to explain everything to the player. Bro, the fact that we have a mute main character because of her, the fact that they actually think they're tricking the players into thinking they have a choice, like fucking Witcher 3, is insane. They think we get immersed with the character not being able to speak, which makes literally no sense. Like, what am I supposed to do? Voice the Traveler's dialogue myself? To trick my brain into thinking I'm actually the Traveler? Like, what the hell? That makes no sense at all. Do you play on mute, or did you read anything she said? She makes the conversation mundane, repetitive and redundant. In some of the world stories she doesn't do this as much, but after arriving at Fontaine she just feels significantly worse. And that's probably not because she actually changed in the slightest. She's still the same she was since like fucking Inazuma, but it's probably more so that people got extremely fed up with her, making pointless comment after pointless comment, summarizing every single fucking line of dialogue, and in general just being a petty little bitch. Really, I felt like Paimon got better in Fontaine. She was unbearable in Inazuma. People have been whining about her being ultra rude in Forvina's quest. That doesn't sound like getting better. I personally just realized now on Fontaine that she's being more unbearable than usual. Yeah, I don't know where this comment came from, but like, bro, it's the same shit. Maybe even worse. She's definitely getting better in Fontaine. Like, imagine not expecting downvotes. I think that genuinely even the people that loved Paimon were starting to get angry after that Farina quest. Like, that was the most unhinged type of Paimon we have ever seen. A thing happens in the story. Traveler, I think a thing just happened. Did you notice how the thing that literally just happened a minute ago did, in fact, really just happened? Paimon sure did. Anyways, here's a dumbass name for the latest character you interacted with. And also, I want to eat a whole horse. Don't forget that, Traveler. Also, you can't skip my essaying until I finish a random useless animation, you fucking... Gee, I wonder how. Honestly, all that is hilarious to me, classic Paimon. You see, this guy is the type of player Hoyoverse is catering to. This is probably like, I don't know, this is probably like 20% of the players that actually like her. It's just a random number, but I really don't think people like her that much. They honestly have to do this for the amount of people that plug their ears and close their eyes during quests and still try to speak on lore. What the fuck is this guy on about? This kind of thing doesn't happen nearly as frequently in HSR or Honkai Impact 3rd because Hoyoverse knows the player base of those two games have some semblance of reading comprehension. Are you kidding me? You're actually justifying a no skip button. What the fuck? In HSR, I'm careful reading all the dialogue lines precisely because I don't need to skip useless Paimon or random NPC lines. Like, these are the type of players that eat Hoyoverse's shit constantly, bro. Anything they put out, they're like, oh my god, it's amazing. This Lantern Rider went, they're so amazing. Paimon is amazing. Thanks for the 150 Primo Gems. I'll be sure to add another 10 so I can make one wish. Get the hell out of here, bro. Fuck. If I had the option to continue the journey without her, I would. I just want to speak for myself. No one else should speak on my behalf. But you already do. You already do, bro. You get all those choices, you know, like Mass Effect. It's literally just Mass Effect. They give you the choice and you're so ungrateful. What are you talking about, man? You're changing the story as you speak. Your voice gives me a headache. I wish I was kidding, but I'm very noise sensitive, and really high noises makes me very uncomfortable. It makes me so incredibly angry every time I have to listen to her. I keep aggressively clicking to skip her dialogue specifically. If there was a mute Paimon only button, I'd have it on. I stick to the English dub because I love voices like Zhongli and Kaya, but Paimon is just ear grating. I mean, basically everyone just spams click, like, that's the sad reality. 90% of players probably do that. Who gives a fuck? I really want that Paimon mute button, and again asked for it in a recent survey that literally no one listens to, bro. It's just there to make them look good. Stop wasting your time typing paragraph upon paragraph. They don't give a shit. She was cute at first. Now I want her to shut the fuck up. I think this is more of a matter of tolerance. Like, you meet a guy and he's kind of annoying, but he's nice, right? He gives you advice and stuff. And then, as the days go on and the guy just keeps calling you, summarizing what he did for the day, and just saying useless shit that no one besides he is gonna care about. Well, that's basically the same thing that's happening with Paimon. I know you just wanted to share the cute face she makes in the event, but instead opened a whole can of worms in the discussion. Yeah, I think this guy was genuine. Like, at first I thought this guy was using satire, but now I'm not so sure. After reading that comment, it seems rather probable that the guy is genuinely a Paimon lover. He doesn't respond to any of the comments. It could be satire, it could be a hate post, I don't know. Definitely brought forward a lot of people's hate for the character. I'm sorry, but easily. I was fine with her for the most part in the beginning of the game, but as the story has progressed, her characterization has gone places I do not care for. I mean, was it in any place to begin with? That's the real question. What do you mean how I can provide you with whole essay why she is a waste of space? I genuinely like Paimon the way she is. For me, she has dynamics in every conversation. I know a lot of people hate her because of her voice, but I don't really have a problem with it. Oh boy. So, what this guy doesn't get is that it's not just the voice. I mean, the voice could have been anything for all I care, and people would still be angry about her. Hate is a strong word, dislike is more apt. At best, I'm ambivalent toward her. Funnily enough, Paimon wasn't bad in Mondstadt or Leeway. Her voice was less high-pitched. She actually knew stuff and added to the conversation. So I know about the voice thing I actually made. I did talk about it before, but like, did she add to the dialogue in Mondstadt and Leeway? Like, she probably added dialogue in Mondstadt, but like, in Leeway is probably where she started to get a lot worse. Maybe I hate her so much that I forgot all about her. But after that, she got flanderized so hard, I don't know exactly when this was complete. In the beginning, she was supposed to be our guide in the world, but now she seems to know less than a traveler. Now she just wants to eat food. Now she just wants to waste everyone's time. Because 90% of a dialogue is entirely pointless and is only there to idiot-proof the story. I hate having everything re-explained to me 100 times over, and her personality is mostly just give me food please, for the vast majority of interactions where she isn't just repeating what has already been said. And this is definitely just my biggest complaint with her. The voice is also a problem, but like, genuinely, it is just a pointless fucking character that spouts pointless bullshit. When she prohibiting you from moving forward near borders that made you fall to your death, that's a problem resinless activists had. I actually have a life, so yeah, I'm not gonna complain about that. Anyways, this was just an interesting post I found on Reddit. I elaborate a bit more on the problems with Paimon in this video, so be sure to watch it if you have the time. It's pretty funny. But would it be wrong to say that the community's opinion on Paimon has gotten significantly worse since release? And this goes double because we're on the Genshin Reddit, bro, the official Genshin subreddit. Interesting posts like these don't come around often, so this probably won't be a regular video, but if people want to see more and find interesting posts to actually talk about, I could make a video on it, I guess. Anyways, let me know what you think, and only quality content here, folks. Subscribe, please.